Welcome back from the break. Many thanks for staying with us here on the Morning Rush. My name is Desmond Okrekudanzo, and we are live on DSTV channel 277 and also live on Facebook and Metro TV Ghana. I mentioned earlier I've got DK Cyber in the studio, and yeah, he's dripping all white this morning, and I know that for a reason. DK, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, bro.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's everything?
Oh, it was massive.
It was massive, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who missed that, we've got some visuals from the event. That was the launch of Cyber One Defense, and everything that he's got up in store for us. So let's check out the visuals. We're back to talk about job offer scam.
Today is a very auspicious day. I mean, significant in tremendous respects. It's a day dedicated to vision. I think it's also a day dedicated to ideas. Many years ago, I remember I had a good opportunity of visiting the founders of this occasion, particularly this company. And we had preliminary discussions about how some changes can be made, some contributions can be made. It's a matter of great joy that today we stand before you in all fullness.
Okay, so those were some excerpts from the launch on Saturday. DK, just summarize everything that happened on Saturday for those who missed out on there. Yeah.
All right, so good morning to our viewers. So yes, I would say thank you to everyone who came, and I really appreciate all the media houses. We had almost around 14 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so we thank, and everything was massive. Although it was raining a little bit, but
the winds came down Saturday.
But God still made a way for us to have a successful launch here. So the whole thing is the place is being launched, and the place is for Cybersecurity and IT Skills Development Center. Okay. So we are looking out to impact a lot of people, and we have a lot of free services, free courses for people. Especially, we want to see more women in cybersecurity. So we are going to offer free course for women into cybersecurity. We're also going to offer free courses for kids. Okay. So we want the kids to also embrace this cybersecurity and programming. We have free courses for kids, and also we are going to also enforce or to say we want the adult, because we see that most of our adults are vulnerable. So we are doing what we call free computer literacy for adults. Right, so those are some of the free stuffs we are doing, and then we also have some premium stuffs that we do. So yes, you can pass by the office, get to know what we do, and you see that we do a lot of pretty good stuffs. But the way we say thank you, and also thank you to Metro TV and Original TV for their massive support. It was huge. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to you. Wish you the very best on this one.
Yeah, so before then, I have this for you.
This is mine.
So
okay.
I have this gift for you, and this is for your sister. She's
I don't
want it to be like,
I know, right? You know how it could be. So thank you very much for this.
Welcome.
Cyber One Defense Communications. So congratulations to DK Cyber. So let's get into today's conversation. Job offer scam. Of course, the statistics in the country does not help the situation, right? Where a large number of youth are home, hoping to find something to do for themselves. In the first place, how do people exploit, the vulnerability of the youth who are eager to work and they do not have anything to do? What are some of the things that people do? Like, okay, we need to target this person and all that. Tell us about it.
All right, thank you. Yes, I love the words that you use. They were such technical. Yes, vulnerability. People are vulnerable. So then the hackers or the scammers, to say, find ways to exploit them. One of the ways, you see, you rightly said the statistics are very high. A lot of people, youths, are home looking for opportunity to find themselves something on the table to eat or to feed the family. The scammers are taking that as an opportunity to scam or do people. Now, this is one of the ways that they do. They open job opportunities for people. Now, they are in twofold. Either a company is open for business or to hire people into the organization. Then they take advantage of that to exploit that situation. Okay. So say company A is hiring, let's say IT officers. Maybe they need like 2 or 3. But these people would also see that offer and create an ad around that. And when they create the ad around that, they do something we call phishing. Right, so they fish for credentials, they fish for personal details. So when they throw the phishing links into the space, people start applying. Now, the more people apply, they start getting their details. Now, so when it happens that way, they try to find ways to scam them. And in scamming them, what they do is that they open for fake interviews. So you see that they say, oh, you've been offered, you are coming for an interview. They'll start it online because now after COVID and all those blah, blah, blah. So let's do it online. Online, you see 2-3 people there start to interview, speak to you about one or few things. And one of the things clearly you could see that is they are not really particular about your skills or your qualifications for the job. It's like you've got a job and you are just answering some few questions. They ask you for your bank details and all those things. So then those are some of the things that they do to harvest our credentials. Now, the second part is also that, you see, yes, organization is hiring, and they take advantage of that, right? And also create the same phishing links for people to also apply. So mostly you are there and you see in your emails that, oh, you have been qualified or been selected, you have been shortlisted for an interview. So you can join this time, that time. And even people can even go to extreme that they rent those places, let's say, those places like offices, conference room, and for some hours or for some time, they begin to do these interviews with people. And when you go there, they say that they are interviewing you for a job, right? And that place is not where you're going to work. So when you are being shortlisted,
so that's like an office.
They send you to the job place. Most of that, they are scams. I think that people have to be very, very careful.
So in that case, there are recruitment agencies in that sense and recruiting people to go work. So these days, of course, on the street, you see a lot of posters, job offer, the numbers are there, call, and also the use of social media a lot on Facebook and on some of these online platforms that are meant to help people get jobs. You see once that they'll ask you to pay application fee, and what a number of fees and all that, all in the hope of getting. What are the major signs that we should be looking at for? I mean, of course, everybody or every youth wants to find something to do for themselves. So in the first place, as I mentioned, there's that vulnerability that, Charlie, I need to get something to do. But still in that space of being vulnerable, what should you be looking out for in some of these things?
Great. So one of the things that you could be looking out for are the offer that is available. You know, sometimes we say some offers are too good to be true. Now they ask you that, oh, you can get a job for almost 2,000, 3,000, 1,500, salary and above, without skills or with no professionalism, with no experience, you can get this job. And you ask yourself that today, who would even get you a job without skills, without those things? And mostly, they are they are not really looking for your credentials or your certification and all those things. All that they are doing is that, oh, when you pay this money now, you go get a job. You see, it's like they need you to pay something, then they give you the job, as if they have created a job. But this is not the case. They didn't create the job. So if Metro TV is hiring people, I don't think Metro TV is okay. We give it to this agency and they will just pay money and we hire them. Metro TV they will need to have some kind of evidence in terms of certification and all those things. So one of the things are they are hiring you, or they just pressure you so that you can just make some payments and they promise you that you've got a job. So these are some of the things that we should really check for. And also, interviews granted online, right? Interviews granted online. You see that they are saying that their agency, can you do well to search on that agency? Yes, we have good agencies, but the bad nuts are becoming a lot of these. Yes, because the point here is that people really don't value those small monies we pay to them, 150 cedis, 100 cedis. And if we should open the phone lines right now, a lot of people have been vulnerable or have gone through these same things that they have paid to almost about 5-4 agencies that they did not get a job. At the end of the day, if you are looking for something, they go give you something very, very low that you cannot do with it. So those are some of the things. Now, another red flag is, please, and if you're on a space, I mean, if you're on the internet, your WhatsApp, your Facebook, and all those social platforms, and a job gets to you, an offer gets to you, do well to get the company name involved and find out from their website. Today, in this technological era, every company has got a website. Every company has got a social media presence. If it's not on Facebook, it's definitely on Twitter. So do well to check up, get a number over there. If you go to every company, their website, you can get official number. Call to find out, oh, please, are you open for employment? Are you hiring this? So that you may know that that offer you had was, if yes, you call and they say, oh yes, tell them, ask them, how can I apply? Or then they will tell them, okay, application. I know companies that they have genuinely outsourced their human resource department to a third party. So when you call them, they will tell them, no, call this company and they will help you out. So that you check that if the link that you see, if it's that company or a different company, because of this phishing stuff we are talking about. So you see the thing, get the company name involved. If it's Cyber One Defense, come on our website, check it out, get the right number to call. If indeed we have outsourced our human resource department to third party, we will tell you, then you go there to apply. Than you just following the link, click on the link to go and put in your credentials. Those are some of the effects or the consequences on our account takeovers, our personal details being exploited, and all those things. So those are some of the things. And however, we also have to be very careful with some of these agencies. Right, so that's what I'm saying. Even if you go to the agency, get to there, look for reviews, ask around to see how this agency is doing. And more internationally and more advancedly sophisticated one has been the one that they will say that, okay, they are taking you abroad. If you go to today, Facebook, you go to Facebook,
agencies abroad,
yes, they are telling that, oh, some of them were just application fee, you get the job, you are taking you to Dubai, they are taking you to wherever. Most of them are scam. Because the last time I saw a post on Facebook, they say Canada, you pay like 20,000. I was asking her, is it Dubai? Even Dubai, how much do you have to pay in Canada? So these are some of the things that they get to the youth. Because today, I feel with, I'm a youth, and sometimes I've gone through that situation before whereby you become so much frustrated, and anything that comes, you are eager to do it. So you become vulnerable in that side. So we should be very careful that offers that tells us that, oh, they are going to take us abroad. When you get there, they start paying you and all those things. Most of them are scams.
I think I've seen a video on social media where a lady, actually, they took her abroad, but she came back empty. With nothing, and all that. But of course, people now use their mobile phones. So I live in another place. I go online. I go on. There are lots of these websites. I don't want to mention the names. You know, that offer these services. And you go open there. If you are online as such, and it's not like a place where you could go check it out, as you have mentioned, you could check out their social media handles. But you know, it's always about someone convincing you. And not about their social media handles. So maybe they'll say, oh, we don't have a website, or they don't have any platform that you could get to by talking to them on phone. And it's at that point where they say, pay this amount of money before we can continue with that. It could be genuine, or wouldn't there be anything like that?
Yes. So yes, there are rates of, or the instances whereby that could be true. But everything that is true has got processes. But every genuine thing has got there's no shortcuts in things. Right. So yes, if you're operating genuinely and you have an agency and you are recruiting, then today the medium you reach to the person, that's the same medium you have to let us know you are genuine. Right. So have social presence. Have your website for people to verify, to see that, oh yes, indeed, this and this and this you are saying is true, is correct. So yes, you see, today the scams has become very highly sophisticated that it's very difficult to differentiate between the scam and also they're legit. So that's why you have to be very vigilant.
Okay.
If possible, you can deploy some tools. You know, today we live in the AI world, but technology is not 100% trusted. So that normally I prefer you do your good research. But yes, you can use platform like Scam Advisor.
Scam Advisor. Okay.
So you just go to Google and search for Scam Advisor. Put that company name in, or that agency over there, and let's find out. They will just run some reviews for you. They will just do some things for you to find out that they will rate the company based on how they feel about them, based on what people write about them, based on what people say about them. Then they will give you the results. So yes, if you are not able to really, or you've gone through all the checklists and you are not still seeing anything, you can deploy some platforms to help you. And that one is Scam Advisor.
Scam Advisor.
Scam Advisor.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So if you just tuned in, you're watching the Morning Ranch. We're talking to DK Cyber, and he's helping us understand, you know, the ways of these scammers when it comes to job offers. As I mentioned, as youth, everybody wants to do something. Everybody wants to get something for themselves, and you know, being part of a company or working to get money for yourself. But the interesting thing is that some of these things, you are promised to, you get much, like pay more. Let's say pay 10,000, and then when you start the work, you start earning in dollars and in things like that. You know, we've had this conversation before.
Yes, I know, right? Yeah. I know, right? Yeah. So you see, it's all strategies. You see, and today, if you check the rate at which these scammers operate, most of them are using what we call the social engineering.
Social engineering.
Yes. It's all about able to convince you enough, lie to you enough, so that they can get you. And because you are so much vulnerable, you need a job, you're most likely to fall victim for these things.
Okay.
Yeah, so it comes in so many dimensions, it comes in so many formats. But the red flag here is that payment involved, be very careful. Any job offer they are asking you to pay something, be very careful. Any job offer that they are not much particular about your skills, your professionalism, your experience, but they have just, you gotten the job. And any job offer that you'll be there and you feel that you didn't apply for this, but your name has been shortlisted. Yes, grace work, God works, but do what to really investigate into those things. And we have to be very careful that you need money, so you don't pay out to get these things. Normally, I don't buy for those pay this amount and let me get you that because it doesn't really, it's neither here.
Because if I had money, I would be looking for a job.
Yes, you wouldn't be looking for a job. And today, most of us today youth are looking for a job than the skills, right? Because it doesn't matter. You might be a lawyer, you might have a particular professionalism or being another profession. You can still create something out of that. Right, so let's use the internet for opportunities. Right, rather than using that, thinking that we are going for someone to employ us. You know this about the AI chat, GPT, and all those things. What happened is people are using it wrongfully, but others are also using it to work or to find solutions to a problem that generates them an income. Right, so yes, we should be mindful and careful about that. As we are talking about job scam, let's also look at that side.
Okay, so let's also look at that. As I mentioned earlier, send me a message 0553 000035, and then later on the show I'm just going to read out some of the messages. I just want to know if you have fallen victim to any job offer scam, anything like that. Share with us how it happened and what happened with the situation. There are other organizations that, if I give the scenario, people may catch it, but, pay this amount, we have a place where you can come and live, and blah, 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 all of those things. And it got to a point that there was so much about, what's the name? Is it, recruit somebody and get paid for it? What was that thing called? When we had the looms and all the other...
They use this for network marketing.
Network marketing. I mean, those were some of the forms that some people were scammed, you know, because they didn't have, you know, the knowledge about some of these things. When it comes to things like that, network marketing, I know that now the attention has shifted a little bit it was I think COVID era, right? There was so much about Loom. Pay this money, recruit this person, you get this amount of money. Network marketing, tell us about it. There must be truly one that works, right? And there'll be the others that have, the other side.
So yes, network marketing is a way people do business, and it's about networking and making money. So what happened is that for me, I would advise that if you are dealing with any network marketing company, check their products. What products are they? Because sometimes they will say that with just one product, they promise you a lot, and it becomes like a poisonous scheme. You bring 3 at your downside, they pay this amount, this one to pay that amount, they use to push the other one. Most of the times, it's a poisonous scheme. So what you do is that you check how many years existence this company have, because that could also tell you that, oh, this company are fixed enough to really, because if it's a poisonous scheme, it's likely that within 2 years, it will crash down. Right. So yes, you have to check the number of years that this company has been registered and make sure that the company is registered. Most of the times we deal with people that these companies are not being registered, and if issues happen, they have no one to even really go arrest or really go check out for. So we have to check the company, if they have been registered, how long they have been in existence, not how long they have been operating in the world. They tell you that they have been in the state for 7 years, 10 years, and then they are now in Ghana. Check your country. Ghana here, how many years? Because Ghana system is really different from US or outside country, our system. So check it and make sure that you are registered before you do anything with them. And please, let us not be so much eager to embrace this thing, but rather investigate into them to find out how legit they are. Because sometimes these network marketing companies, if they affect you, that is likely that they have affected the whole family. Because when they get you, they cycle you in a way that you have to go look for people to bring them. And your immediate people are your family.
And they also need money.
They also need money. So if I'm in, definitely Starboy also will be now convince Starboy to join. And if something happened, I have really affected Starboy. You see, so we don't have to be the reason why people will fall into this victims. So we have to really check up on them. Yeah,
we need to check up on those. And I brought it up because it is part of a process where a lot of youth think that it is easier to make money from there.
I know, right?
Convince somebody to get into this space, you get your cut and all of that from it. But also, as we wrap up on the conversation, finally, as people go out each and every day, as I mentioned, they see these things, the posters on the walls, call this number and all of those things. Generally, can we not have a way to crack down from the IT background on scammers like this?
All right, great. So you see, it's systems, and you know, here, Ghana here, systems don't really work like that. So yes, there will be instances whereby we'll get there where systems could be doing that for us. But generally, the point here is that when things start happening, people don't complain. People don't really find ways to complain to the authorities, for the authorities to get to know about these things, for them to have a very good and a very resilient system to fight these things. So yes, I believe that for now we don't really have any system in place like that would really detect to see these crime styles. But you, Ankasa, whatever we are saying this morning, you look at the red flags, and this will tell you that, oh, that is fake or that is legit. So you have to really do your background checkers. And most of the times, I think that some of the authentic ones too, they publish them in the newspapers, some of the job offers, newspapers, and also some of the legit business sites too, they really sometimes post it there. One place that we have to also be very careful is one business center that could be so much good to you, but can also be so much bad to you. That's a LinkedIn platform.
Oh, the LinkedIn platform.
Yes, it could be so much useful, resourceful to you, but please be very careful too, because you know what? Whatever that's good, that's what the devil too wants. That's why the criminals too want. So the fact that the thing is good, that means that definitely there are going to be scams around that side. So you have to be very careful. Make sure you do your due diligence investigation, research on any business or company you are trying to sign up for before you get them involved.
Before you get them there. DK, thank you so much for coming in this morning. And I'm sure that as a youth out there, people will be going out this week in search of jobs, and this is really going to help them. Make sure that you're vigilant. If you've got any thinkings to do, make sure that you get onto Scam Advisor, and it will give you some suggestions as to what exactly that company is about, you know, whether they are scam or not. DK Cyber, thank you for coming, and Cyber One Defense.
Yes, Cyber
thank
One
you so
Defense,
much for coming through.